hydroxy, any kind of acids on your skin within this week?
No.
No? You're fine. You are fine. So the first thing we're going to do is...
I had a pimple I picked off my nose and scabbed up. Big old thing comes squirting out.
We're going to cleanse. So normally you want to use a cleanser that has some glycolic in it to remove any dirt and oil off of the skin. And these peels, they take about 30 minutes. You can customize them. You can really tailor the peels to your client's concerns and needs, which are really nice. But today's peel is a TCA, trichloric acid peel that we're doing. And it's really going to be based off of what Kathy's skin looks like, also what she's feeling. So during the peel, I do a lot of talking only because it's important to make sure that the client is comfortable and to make sure that she has a good idea of what's taking place. So we're going to remove the cleanser. How you feel, Candy?
Wonderful.
Okay.
Very clean.
Okay, so now that we have removed the cleanser, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to use our iPrep degreasing solution. So the iPrep degreasing solution is a 10% deep, it's a prepping solution. Pretty much what it does is it gets the skin ready for a deeper peel. It also allows you to focus on specific areas, and some clients do feel some activity, some don't. But again, we don't want to over peel. So when you're using the iPrep degreasing solution, again, I talk to the client, you know, what activity are you feeling on a scale from 1 to 10? And then we let the activity get down to a 2 before we proceed, because that's how you can over peel a client. Even with the iPrep and degreasing solution, if the activity is very high, you don't want to proceed and put a peel on top, because then that way you really can't gauge where you are, but the client's going to feel more activity. So I like to take my gauze, and with this you want to get gauze that the gauze that's rough, so the surgical gauze, and then you put it on the gauze. I want to squeeze the excess in the cup. I'm not going to put it back in the container. And then you want to just go over the skin vigorously. So we're going to start from the forehead. And you just, and you will notice some pink or redness coming up in the skin. That is normal. What activity are you feeling on the scale from 1 to 10?
1.
So see some clients, they tell you, oh, I'm feeling a lot of activity. Sometimes they don't feel anything. So because she's not having any activity, I'm okay to go over her skin again with the eye prep and degreasing solution. So you can go over the skin up to 3 times. And what I want to do is you don't have to go over the skin all over. You can focus on specific areas. So I know from talking to Kathy that some of her main concerns that we really want to focus on is right in here in her cheek area where her pores are larger, so that's the area of focus, and also the chin area. So we can go back with the eye prep and degreasing solution and go over these areas, and then when you put the peel on, it's going to penetrate deeper into the skin. And this prepping solution is also good to use if you're doing microdermabrasion, if you're doing dermaplaning, because what it does is it really does remove any dirt and oil from your skin. So you don't have to worry about using alcohol or acetone. Okay, Kathy. So what activity are you feeling on a scale from 1 to 10?
2, 3, maybe.
So see again. And then, you're going to be looking at the client's skin too. Because again, if it's red and it's heating up, then you definitely want to make sure that the activity level go down before you continue to make passes over the skin. So because she's not really having any areas where it's heating up, or she's like, well, I'm at a 5 or a 6, we're going to go over it with another pass of eye prep and degreasing solution. And you really just want to make sure this also allows the peel to be even, because that's important. So Kathy, what activity are you feeling now on a scale from 1 to 10?
Probably about a 5.
A 5?
Yeah,
So
5,
now
6,
it's starting to heat up. And again, before we proceed with putting the TCA peel, we're going to make sure that she's down to a 2 or 1, because that's really important that we're not, proceeding with the peel when the activity level is high. So I'm just going to cut up some more gauze. So then when we do apply the TCA peel, it'll almost be like we're painting. But before we do that, we want to make sure that we base certain areas with petroleum that would normally be sensitive. And those areas are under the eye, around the nose, and I also put petroleum on the lips as well. If you have a client that they have like an open pimple or area that they've been picking, you can actually put petroleum on top of that. If you have clients that they have any cold sores, you want to avoid that area. Sometimes you might even have to reschedule the peel until after the cold sore goes away. It's not uncommon that sometimes when you do a peel, if you have clients that have cold sores, sometimes they come to the surface. So again, it's all about just talking to your clients, getting to know what's going on with them. So Kathy, I'm going to have you look up for me. And I'm just basing petroleum around, you know, underneath her eye area. And then her lips. Now on a scale from 1 to 10, where's the activity, Kathy?
1, 2.
Okay, so now I'm going to measure off my peel. And these cups are really handy to do that. Again, with the TCA peel, you can do up to 3 passes, but it's going to depend on the level of activity that the client is feeling and also what you notice with their skin. So again, it's not about what you want to do, it's really about your client and making sure that you are asking them questions so that you have a good idea of, you know, what they're feeling. And so I just take the gauze and I soak it in here. This peel does leave the skin a bit orange, but it's self-neutralizing, so your client's not going to be doing anything after you've done the peel. They're not going to wash their face. They're pretty much just going to take it easy. And again, then we start from the forehead and we go over. So when you do the peel, you just want to make sure that you can make your client as comfortable as possible. I have a fan. I also have cold water for her, where she has it. And now we're just going to paint. So you want to go vertical and also horizontal. So if you do a first pass on a client and you notice that there's erythema, then that would pretty much be your end point, which is frosting. So Kathy, what is your activity level from 1 to 10?
3.
A 3. So she's not really having any activity. So the more you apply the peel with the layers, normally it intensifies. So because she's at a 3, then we're going to go over her skin again with the TCA peel. Soak my gauze in. And again, we're going to paint. So again, vertical.